Hi guys. Unfortunately, y'all's white friends, specifically, particularly the poor ones, cannot handle losing with grace. They just start making up wild stories about weddings that would never take place, as I'm not in a marriage and never will be with any punks from the past. Spics, weirdos, unaccomplished people who come running back because they think somebody else is stealing the brides. I get to date a Hall of Famer. I don't need anything from the past. It's my privilege to pick what I want. Somehow poor people have riled themselves up, giving themselves strokes, pretending some dog, Colombian dog, has some power to intervene and make himself important as a narcissist in somebody else's life. Well, obviously, as a non-black who is Asian, is dating a black guy who is a Hall of Famer, retired NBA player. This person stands head and shoulders above any dog from the past. When I didn't have information, I didn't have information. Now that I have information, I know who I am. We straighten out all my mother's fraudulent lies, pretending I'm black, knowing I'm Asian, and my father's name is Nguyen. I don't have to live by the rules that the underside would set. I don't have to be with anybody from the past. I had faulty information. I don't love you. Never did. It was all fake. And everybody knows it. So when you came in on assignment, you got busted, you're mad she doesn't have to follow through with a murder plot or a scam just to get into her money, or both. The evidence points to the fact that these people are still at it, trying to pretend they can stress you to death and make you respond to nonsense. So let me guess, crying about Michael Jackson. Okay, well, seeing little children act as though the world is coming to the end when they hear that Michael Jackson is dead, when they weren't even born, when he was still here, was touching. That doesn't equal broken and despaired. It means I'm a human being who shed a few tears because it was so touching that these children understand that Michael Jackson is more than an entertainer. This is an earth angel that we experience. And these little children weren't even alive during his lifetime, have seen his film and believe he's alive. Why? Because his spirit is obviously strong. So I shed some tears over that. No, it was not acting. Well, you know how I felt about Michael Jackson. I cried like a baby when he actually died. So no, I'm not broken. I was just filled with emotion. And it sort of overflowed. Why? Because I love Michael Jackson. And I was happy to see that the new generations, the next generations, are experiencing him the same way we did. And we actually had him here physically. All they have would be the music. And that's great because that's his legacy. So to me, it's all worth it. All of the talk about Michael, it's all worth it. He is absolutely the point for me. So if I would shed tears over anybody, it would be Michael Jackson. Not bums I kicked out of my life. So who are they trying to convince? I'm not broken nor despaired. You know, we saw Sinners. Remember Haley's character goes out and talks to the vampires because her mother had just died. It was such a hurting feeling. As Jack O'Connell said, the main vampire. Listen, I ain't going out there to check your coins. I ain't going out there to do no half gay shit, as they say, spoofing it in Scary Movie, or any gay shit at all. So I ain't doing nothing with no vampires, whether they gay, straight, hetero, homo, FOMO, BOMO, TOMO. Nobody cares. Call me a spiral. I'm not. What I'm doing is factual. I don't want no gay. I don't want no lesbian. I don't want no vampires. I have a retired NBA player to tend to next. Okay? Do you know what that means? Biblically, it means we're about to get into something. And it's about that time. It's been about 16 years. He's the lucky one. So, okay. So I'm keeping my mouth shut and I ain't naming him. But I probably have by accident. Just tell me I'm known to just like say things when I shouldn't. But he's the designated pick first. And I mean, he's fine. So that's all I can tell you. He is really seriously dark chocolate fine. I can't pick a regular. I'm on reserve until we meet. There's some really bad prom dresses out here tonight. Kids with low budgets for prom hanging out at AMC. Wanting to play games with me. Excuse me, my voice is out. And I laugh. Poor children. You're at AMC on prom. When I was on prom, honey, I was in limos. We were at parties in high rises downtown. My prom day secured a loft for us to hang out at one of his cousin's apartment, loft apartments in Old Town, which is a nice area in Chicago. We went out to eat at a nice restaurant on Michigan Avenue for children at AMC. Seeing $15 movies on prom night and Cinderella dresses. Times have changed apparently, honey. We stunted on bitches at my prom. So let's just say this. I'm too old to be shatting upon children in their proms. But if you want to come out here and play with me, I'm going to treat your ass like an adult in a butter and pattern dress. Do you know what I'm saying? Look what butter and pattern is right there. And I have shat upon it. You have a wonderful night as I get prepared to hand over some really amazing conversation and maybe some other things. Some retired basketball player. He's dark, he's chocolate, he's fine. That's the only coffee I need. Long and strong. Hi there, babe. How you doing? So we'll talk to you later. Hey, Michigan.